this might be an opportunity for us to meet potential partners and investors. So, with all due respect, anyone who is ready can raise their hands in the chat session. Then we give you the opportunity to introduce yourself and your business, what you do. So probably in 10 seconds, you tell us your name. You tell us the name of your business and probably what your business offers. Okay, so I think I have one hand up already. Our community focus. Kindly let us know what you do and then.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, so my name is Ebenezer Annan. I'm the Chief Executive of our community focus. We are an NGO and we have been in operation since 2019. Our pilot base has been in Brics Central, and then we actually, area of intervention is in local governance and sustainable community development, and then environmental care. These are areas that we work in, and but we believe that as a startup, we need to grow, we need to partner, we need to learn, we need to know other partners, and then see where we can connect and see where we can grow an opportunity. So in joining, this is in the essence of that. Thank you very much.
Is it okay now?
Okay, I think it's better now. You can go ahead.
All right then. So my name is Walton. I'm a software engineer. I'm the chief of programming at Webjob IT Solutions. We offer all kinds of IT solutions. We create applications, be it a simple corporate website to display information of your business, your services, your products, etc., or to a management system to manage your company, to manage your staff, to keep records, to do all that brings profit to your organization. We also do mobile application, expert mobile apps. We create all manner of mobile applications for Android, for iOS, and we are into design. We're also into design, so we create flyers, posters. We create and print t-shirts, Lacoste, souvenirs, and all of those things. We create databases for companies. We do installation of computers and maintenance. We install network installation for companies. We do CCTV installation as well. So we provide basically all IT solutions. We are into hosting, domain hosting, and management. And our company is about 6 years old, and we are expanding. We are flying from Canada, Morocco, Kenya. Recently,
I think you've taken more than 30 seconds. So do me the honor, put your number out there. This webinar is being recorded and then it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and all our guests to watch later can probably contact you. So kindly put your number out there for us. Okay, 027 880087. That's the number. Okay, that's nice. I think I have another person on the line. Edwin. Edwin, can you please?
Yes, sir. Okay, so my name is Edwin Inkai. So I'm a product manager for Stately Technologies. We are in Jordan, and we have focused on two main products. That's the Astra ERP, and we have the SPS. SPS is a system for investment banks. So there are some investment banks in Ghana here, both state-owned and private-owned, who use our software. And the Astra ERP is a tool for SMEs. We have HR, CRM, payroll, inventory, and accounting system. So it's like an all-in-one system. It's a cloud-based for SMEs. So basically, that's what we do.
Okay. Can you please mention your number so that anyone who wants to contact you after the training session can do so?
020-423-1186.
Okay, that's fine. I think our time is up, but let me give this opportunity to our community focus. I didn't get a number. Our community focus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, your number, please. Kindly mention your number out.
026 49 75 269.
Okay. All right then. So I will hand over to Jacob to introduce the facilitator for today's training section, and probably after the training, I will give some more opportunities for other businesses who joined us later to introduce themselves. So over to you, Jacob.
Okay, Tony, thank you so much. So I'm Jacob, the CEO of Brics Africa. This afternoon, we have Mr. Clement Boatin. In fact, he happens to be my classmate at the JHS level. I remember we used to play football together a lot. We were 3 in number, myself, Clement, and one guy. So any team that meets us, we make sure that we beat them. Clement, I don't know if you remember. So Clement is he's based in Sweden. He's a consultant for his own company called Clembot Consult Limited. He has a background in agriculture. He also completed his MSc Development Planning from KNUST. He also did another master's. Hold on, 1 second, let me quickly, I think our facilitator is out of the meeting. Let me quickly add him. 1 second, please. Okay. Yeah, okay. Clement, are you in now?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, so as I said, he has a double master's, one from KNUST, specialized in development planning. He had a second master's from University of Malmo. That one was in sustainability and project management. He has been working in project management for quite some time. Projects funded by ADB, Danida, etc. in Ghana, Denmark, Zambia, Kenya, etc. As I said earlier, his consultancy firm specializes in project management, sustainability, development planning, and family-owned business. He's also a writer and a columnist for most online news portals. I don't know if any of you have come across any of his articles, but he will tell us more about that.
Yeah.
Without more ado,
I've come across.
Okay, Ben, you've come across some of them before?
Yeah, at Ghana Web.
Oh, fantastic. What was the title about?
He was writing about, he just introduced himself to the, as you were saying, introducing himself, how he came about, and the qualification that he had, and saying a lot about agriculture and how he able to use computer to design, and I think he said a lot about himself.
All right, that's powerful. Okay, so Clement, I think you can take over now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Is it possible for me to share screen here or?
Yes, sir. Yeah, one second. So, do you want to share the screen from your end? Okay, then let me stop sharing so that you can share from there.
Okay. Are we good to go?
We can't see your screen yet.
Because you've not allowed me.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I was waiting. I thought that was what you were doing. But
sorry, that's okay. I think I've allowed everybody, so you should be able to share.
They say it says that you've disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay. All right. So please try again. It should be fine now.
Just all participants sharing. I think the convener has already introduced my very self enough, so there's no need going back to that. We were having a bit of technical issues, that's why the delay in me joining, but now it's resolved, so we are good to go. Cedric, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Clement Boateng once again. It's not like I'm hiding, but unfortunately for me, I think my camera is not connecting to Zoom, maybe. But I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah. To me,
yes, I can hear you.
Great. Today's topic is about SMEs and startups, and then we are dwelling on the thriving in the new normal for us to attain economic empowerment. Okay, the presentation is going to follow this outline, and some of it already are covered. So, but then it's fair for people to know how we are going to travel. It's going to be from who we are through our key words and some of the problems, some of making a decent living. Sorry, that is what is called economic empowerment. Perhaps something was hindering you, making your funds bigger. Now you got the help. It could be funding. It could be the land itself. If somebody gives you, or if you are able to afford those resources, the land, or have the money to invest in your land, make it bigger for commercial purposes, that is what is called economic empowerment. So the important word in economic empowerment is that there should be an investment, and the investment should go to the person that has the resources, that lacks the resources. So whatever you are investing in, it should go to the person that lacks that investment. And it shouldn't be something that you are putting on the person. If I want to expand my farm, if I want to commercialize my farm, and you come and perhaps give me, what do you call it, running boots, it's not going to do anything to me. It's not going to help me. It's not taking me anywhere, because that is not the purpose. What am I going to use the running boots for? in that sense, you are not empowering me economically. That is not my focus. So economic empowerment basically should be having the resources that we don't have in order to be able to make wealth, in order to be able to create some wealth, so that you live beyond hand to mouth. That is what we take for this webinar, and it's adapted from, like I said, Amy C. Evans, the definition of Amy C. Evans. So what does economic empowerment do? Economic empowerment makes people stable financially. It brings financial stability to people. It allows people to live beyond daily survival. It's not like, oh, all I have is some 50 cities to take me through the day. Tomorrow, God will provide. You are not empowered economically. Economic empowerment makes people have greater control over their life and their resources. If you are economically empowered, you have a lot of control over your own life. You make your own life choices. You have more life choices to make, and you can afford it. That is when we say you are economically empowered. And that is what we try to place ourselves in this webinar. How do we make that happen? We hear about that as we progress. Another word in this webinar that we need to be mindful of is the new normal. And when we say the new normal, what does it mean? What do we imply? It's a term that first came into being in 2008 during the financial crisis. And if if we are to borrow from Frontiers Media, the new normal refers to the dramatic economic, cultural, and social transformation that comes with it instability, social unrest, and affects our individual lifestyle and our perception. That is what we call the new normal. So it's like dropping water, a drop of water into a bucket. You see, it was stable, it was stagnant, but as soon as something drops in, it can be a stone, it can be a pebble, it can be another drop of water. You see that it ripples. So it moves instability through the ripples. About the new normal, because of COVID-19, it has changed the way we live our lifestyle. Previously, we could count ourselves in countries, before 2020. But then when the COVID struck hard, how we bought commercial vehicles, maybe maximum 2-3 people per row. So it has changed. It has changed our way of life. And that is what we are calling the new. It's the card that we use. You can be in your office, but then you could be working on campus where you go to boot camp, the job bar, go and do that. Wherever you are, grab your phone, look up food, and that is the new normal is the new normal The new normal is fast tracking the way transactions or with any amount. Anymore. You grab your phone, you send the money without moving. What is called is attendance with the new normal has made some people lose their job. Who talks about the postman anymore? There are some jobs that are gone. But they have also given us the opportunity to reinvent and create more jobs. That is what the new normal is giving us. They have opened up the state. We used to have only the small corner of the planet Earth. Now, because of the new normal, because of that has come with the new normal, the small handy gadgets that has come with the new normal, we are able to have wider readership. We are able to have wider audience. It has brought our library closer to us. It has brought our market closer to us. That is what is called the new normal. So basically, the new normal is the new way of doing things. It's not the old way whereby you go queue at a communication center or a Ghana telecom point with your unit card or credit, whatever they used to call it. But what was one? It was called units, right? It was in denominations of 50, 100, and I think 25. You go and plug it in and make call credit. It's the new normal now. It has made life easier for everybody. Made life simpler for everybody. So the new ways that we are doing things now is what is called the new normal. How does it play with the other way? Now let's talk about SME. What are SME? By expansion, SMEs are called small and medium enterprise. But then we made one big M. It holds a chunk of the group that we call SME, but mostly which is called the MSME, the micro. Okay, so how do we define SME? Globally are defined based on the number of employees they have, number of people that work within the enterprise, or the stated capital, or the annual turnover. Now, there are instances that these SMEs or the defining SMEs combine one or two of these categories, or even all three. But then, to me, the difficulty is if you tell me that an SME, I mean by fusing a couple of the categories, let's say the number of employees and capital and stated capital, and we say that SMEs are, say, organizations or enterprises with 10 people, and then they can generate maybe 10 million Ghana cedis. Let's say that that is the cap. Then that is the definition. How about if I have an enterprise that has, say, you take it that the cap is 10. That is the upper cap. It's 10 people. What about if I have an enterprise that has 20 people and they are still generating 10 million Ghana cedis? Where will you place them? Okay, what if I have 5 people in the enterprise and they are generating, let's say, 100 million Ghana cedis in a year, way above the cap you set for, say, million enterprises? How do you categorize them then? It becomes a bit cumbersome. It becomes a bit difficult. So I prefer the definition that Ghana has. Definition is mainly limited to the number of employees. That's it. So it doesn't matter how much. So by so doing, the Ghana definition of SME is that they are enterprises or businesses that have those that are called SME or MSME. And by categorization, if the business entity has 1 to 5 people or 1 to 5 employees, they are called micro enterprise. Between 6 and 30 employees are called small enterprise. 31 employees to 100 employees are called medium enterprise. These are the SMEs. So between 1 person and 100 people are what is called, those entities are covered under the SME in Ghana. Anything above 100 employees takes you into large enterprise. You are then not part of SME. I'm sorry, you've graduated. I'm sorry, you are no longer part of the bachelor. You are doing your perhaps master's or PhD. That is it. So between 1 and 100 are categorized as SME. In that there are subcategories, which is medium and which is small. And this is obtained from the Ghana Statistical Service. Very well. Now that you know SME, what are startups? That is the last of the 4 keywords we are dealing with. What are startups? According to Forbes, startups are young companies that are founded to develop a product of uniqueness or a service of uniqueness. And most times, these products or services are irresistible and they are irreplaceable for the customer. The product or the service that startup comes up with, they are irresistible for the customer. This is according to Forbes. This is what mostly startups are, or this is how mostly startups are defined. So if something that is not that is playing to the template, that is not off the template, that you are going through the traditional way of doing it. It could be in the food industry, it could be in the hospitality industry, it could be the transportation industry. Please, it's not a startup. Yes, you are now starting, but it cannot be termed a startup because you are not doing something of novelty. It's not yourself. What I'm doing, the product I am coming up with, is irreplaceable. Is it irreplaceable? If you don't take yes, then it doesn't fall under the category. Very well. So it says that startups mainly set out to give society a product or a service that society needs, but it has not yet created. So there's a need for what startups are trying to do, or what startups try to do. But then society hasn't created that. So, oh yeah, you sit down, you breathe, you brainstorm, and you come out with that novel idea. Okay, I can do this and that and that and that. And instead of the balloon always going to the left, it will rather switch to the right. Nobody has done that before. You are moving off templates. You are coming up with your own thing. That is what is called startup. Okay, but then in between some similarities. Like you see, we like Apple. You could see the red. I'm sorry if I'm colorblind, but I see it to be red. Forgive me. And you could see the green. They all have green leaves. They are all apples.
It's wine.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Startups and SME have some similarities. They are both serving society, a service or a product, or services or products. They all have employees. They are main. They are all organizations, and hence they have all the properties or attributes of an organization. Whether they decide to do it on the flat model, the bureaucratic model, or whatever, they are organizations. They exhibit leadership. They have some culture. They all have customer base. Startups have customers, SMEs also have customers. Now, they do have these similarities, but why is one different from the other? One is different from the other because one, for SME, it is just duplicating what has been done before. So you think about, it's a food industry we are all creating. It's a restaurant we are all having. So we set up in a corner on the street at the market, then we transact. But startups don't do that, they don't duplicate. So you could see that, yes, I am a startup in the food industry, but no, I don't have an eating place. I'm not setting up a restaurant. No, we have a kitchen, we make the food. We can pre-cook it. We can make it so that it's just pre-cook, you pick and go and finish it at home. Or it's finished, but then we deliver to you. Society didn't have that. So now someone is behaving like an orange, even though we are all food, even though we are all fruit. He's behaving like apples. Now somebody wants to behave like orange. That is it. The SMEs are also fully in the public. They are full-blown organizations. They come and they come. This is what we've come to do, and we are doing it. But startups mostly are not fully public. They are learning setup. They try to perfect their idea. They try to perfect the service they are providing. They try to perfect the product that they have. So they keep evolving. They keep database. They dwell on feedback. They are always learning from their customers. What can we do better? What should we change? More so, SMEs mostly go on a pace that are a bit slower. They are following. They have skills. Let's take it like being on the sea or being on the lake or whatever that a boat can be on. A boat with sails, and you are using the sails to propel yourself to your destination. That is how SMEs behave. But then when you go to startups, they are like the speedboat. They have their own engine. They are moving at the fastest pace. They don't have time. They are bursting onto the scene with speed. SMEs are also more likely to stay local. You have your brilliant idea, you set up your SME in a local education or a locality, and then you have your customers in and around you. But startups look beyond the locality. They are targeting more. They are targeting a lot of people that is beyond where they are operating. Take Facebook, for instance. When they started, like they were in the corner in US, wherever. Take WhatsApp, for example. When they were doing it, maybe they didn't even have Ghana in mind. But then, when they burst into the scene, everybody everywhere was clamoring for it. That is what startups do. And like you've been saying, SMEs are purely conforming. They follow the template. They follow the laid down procedure. But they call startups disruptors. They are not following your template. They are creating their own template. So these startups and SMEs. However you want to place yourself, it depends on your dream. It depends on what you want to do. That is where you put yourself. But this is just to guide you as to how to think, how to maneuver, how to proceed without knowing where you belong to. Then you don't become like the zebra. You don't know whether you are black with white stripes or whether you are white with black stripes. No. Very well. So now that we've got all those settled, it brings us to what SME, I believe, do. Because I think most of us fall under SME. Most of us are not discounting anybody's prowess. All I'm trying to say is that most of us will fall under SME. So what does SME do? What does we can also add startup? It doesn't hurt anything. What does he do? They create jobs. You have your idea. You tell it to some people. You need extra hands. Then they join. You employ them. It can be full time. It can be part time. You also can be working in the full time, part time. It created a job. It created perhaps job. That is what SMEs do. They contribute to social stability, at least at the area that they operate. So there wouldn't be people that will always be up in arms with the chiefs, with the politicians, with what, because they are busy. They have something beneficial doing. They have that stability, so they don't really get themselves backed down by some of these things. Okay, SMEs also maintain socio-political stability, similar to the first point you raised. There's that there's an element of social political side whereby people don't just get agreed, but they pick up you know to go and try overthrow a government or whatever. That is that. Then when you have SMEs getting people employed and having something to do, then these are curtailed very well. They also increase competition and by so doing bring satisfaction to customers. That is one of the key things that SMEs do. Take for instance good old STP and quite recently Metro Mass Transit, of course. It's the ages that it came into being. But had it not been perhaps the VIP, the OA, and quite recently the one that flies like something, oh my God, they speed a lot between Kumasi and Accra. Had it not been this private entity, had it not been this SME, perhaps STP would have been sitting there not trying to do anything to better themselves and better the life of their customers. But then because these SMEs came in and came in with competition, then it's like everybody is trying to outcompete the other. Okay, I came with a video in my bag. Okay, then I can also do a video. I want to just hang it in there. I'll at the back of every seat so that the one sitting behind you can watch this on her own piece. Here I also say that pardon me, he and she will be this interchangeably. I had a discussion with someone and I was saying that I'm not going to be gender biased because if you hear me say he, don't say why am I not saying he or she. It's because where I come from, you don't have gender pronouns. Obaha or Kofi. It doesn't mean the person is a woman or a man. So please, we acknowledge gender. That is just by the way. So they come in and increase competition. You feel comfortable in the bar just because some SMEs came and changed the scene. So STC or the state-owned transport company also try to adapt or they will be kicked out. Very well. SMEs also contribute to GDP, the gross domestic products of the country. They add up to national exports. They bring innovation, like we were discussing quite earlier, and a lot of things. They do a lot. So now you just need to look at a little bit about statistics on SMEs and startups. And from the NBSSI state institution, they say that data from the Registrar General's Department shows that 90% of registered businesses in Ghana. So it tells us how weighty SMEs are. It tells us how important SMEs are to the extent that only 10% of registered businesses, mind you, they say registered businesses, are just like large entities or large enterprise. The rest, which is 90%, are SMEs. And it gets even more interesting, whereby by definition, what did we say? I would like a volunteer. What did we say the micro enterprises are by definition? Can somebody volunteer to tell us? Yeah, waiting. Will someone be kind enough to tell us how we define micro enterprises to be? We had micro enterprises, we had small enterprises, we had medium enterprises. What did we say micro enterprises are? Is there someone who is kind enough to help us? Anyway, we continue. We stated that micro enterprises are those that have employees of 1 to 5. And C, the NBSSI is telling us that of the over 2.1 million businesses that are registered in Ghana, 1.7 million of them, which is 81%, can be classified as micro enterprise. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I was not hearing the question, so I had to answer.
I'm sorry. You wanted to help us.
Micro enterprise. You asked for the definition of the micro enterprise, right? Hello?
That was the question.
Okay. So micro enterprise, for my understanding, is a specific industry or specific area. The connections of firms and families inside the markets. That is micro enterprise.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So to add up to what you said, and by the definition of numbers, we were saying that the micro enterprises also are employing people between 1 and 5. That is, they have between 1 and 5, the micro enterprises. And NBSSI is telling us that such enterprises constitute 81% of the 2.1 million businesses we have in Ghana. Now, what about startups? According to Startup Blink, we have 51 startups in Ghana. And of these 51, 6 are found in Tamale, 5 is in Kumasi, and 1 is in Takoradi. When you zoom out, then they add the one from Takoradi to Kumasi. That is why on the screen you see that Kumasi also has 6. When you expand this map, on the internet, then on the webpage of Startup Link, then you realize that there's 1 startup in Takoradi, 5 in Kumasi, 6 in Tamale, and a whooping 39 in Accra. So you know Ghana has 51 startups. What is this telling us? Look at how the aggregation of this in 3 or 4 cities. What about the other parts of Ghana? What can we do? Maybe you should also start casting your mind. Think about something. What can I also do? It's not easy, but then it also tells us that the startup space in Ghana is not cramped. We can also do something. And with this 51 startups, it places Ghana on the startup ecosystem ranking at the 3rd in West Africa, behind Nigeria and Cape Verde. And globally, Ghana is placed at its 2nd. Now, most of these startups are mainly financial technology or fintech startups, software and data, or food tech startups. So what are the roles of SMEs and startups in Ghana? It's similar to what we discussed about what they do. They create employment opportunities. They encourage the development of indigenous entrepreneurship. They enhance regional economic balance through expression. So, like by the work of startups and SMEs, you get people staying put wherever they are. So, if we do well, if we advance the idea of SME, then it can even help decongest our city, decongest Accra, decongest Accra, decongest Kumasi, and all those places. SMEs and startups also promote effective resource usage, bring on board a lot of sustainability and recycling and upcycling. Some of the things that the big industries don't need or don't use, that are discarded. Some of these are used by startups and SMEs to do something good. Some people go around buying, what do you call it, used but durable fabric. It could be curtains, it could be a whole lot of stuff that you can make clothes out of. They do it if you need. Perhaps you cannot find another of this kind anywhere, the material. Then they can sell it at a price. Okay, startups and SMEs also contribute SMEs make up 70% of all industrial establishments in Ghana. And they talk about the sparkling water producers, how many you can count off there. Talk about the block factories at the corners that are molding blocks and other building concrete materials. And talk about the herbal medicine producers. These are all startups. These are all SMEs, and they are part of the 70% industrial establishment. They account for 22% of Ghana's GDP. And with this, SMEs absorb more than 60% of the employed labor force. And most of these are in the rural areas. That is according to the researcher Opon and his group. So it tells us that SMEs plays a major role. That if 60% of our labor force works under the SME, then means it's a good sector. It's such an important sector for our economy, for Ghana, and they need to be taken care of. So what you do, what you also put yourself in to do, is important, and it should be acknowledged. You should do it and do it very well. Now, what are some of the problems that the SMEs and startups face in Ghana? They have limited capital, and because of this, they are vulnerable to economic shocks. The issues of inflation also hit them very well, and it develops their capital. Those are largely external, but they also internally, they also have poor record keeping. Most SMEs don't keep good records of their operations, and that limits their access to credit. Because financial institutions would like to know more about your operations, financial operations, and all that. But if you are not keeping your records well, some do it deliberately. Some is like they don't have the know-how to do it. But some also do it deliberately to evade taxes or something. But then again, it may come back to bite you, whereby it limits your access to credit. They have no access to new technology. They lack sufficient. They don't have sufficient management and economic knowledge. There is a high rate of dependence to a group of clients. It means like what their clients, they are too dependent on them to the extent that little failure or, let's say, disappointment on the client can bring them to zero, to ground zero. Those are some of the problems that SMEs face in Ghana. But at the back of all these problems, at the back of all these issues, the new normal in the mix, the problems that they are facing, what do? Should we quit because of these problems? Should we quit because of the advent of the new normal? Shouldn't we pursue our ideas? Shouldn't we continue with our SME? Should we quit? Should we give up? We shouldn't. We shouldn't quit. We shouldn't give up. Just like the wise man said, these problems are there and they've been there to the extent that when the Pope was an altar boy, there were problems. Now he's grown to be a Pope, there are no problems. But people are also making money. People are also pushing on with their enterprises and they are doing well. So why should you quit? You shouldn't. If you want to be a hero, don't say that it's impossible. Don't listen to, oh, this one is not going to work. Keep pushing. Heroes that don't know impossibility, they keep pushing, they keep pressing. There will be a way. So what is the way forward? In the midst of all these problems that SMEs face, in the midst of the new normal, what should we do? How do we go? If we are not quitting, how do we go? If we want to pursue, how do we do that? It calls for reflection. We need to listen. We need to, sit back, reassess, and reflect. How do I and my SME fit in this? How can you benefit from what is happening, from the new normal? What should you be mindful of? What risks should you take? And how does all this help you to grow your SME? These are some of the things you should reflect on. And you will notice that as you do these reflections, then you start getting inspiration. Now, what are some of the places that you can get your inspiration from? Very well. You have strength within yourself. Around you, there are lots of things that can inspire you. If you are already in the SME business, you can take a cue from around you. If you are not, then you can also benefit from a lot of things around you. One of it is your hobby. I need a side job. What do I put my effort in? What do I put my resources in? It can be your hobby. Maybe you like cooking. How can I commercialize my cooking? Maybe when you cook and people visit you, they like your food. How can I make it better? How can I commercialize it? Maybe it's about sports. It's about training. You like sports. You train a lot. How can I commercialize it? Everybody sees you and they're like, wow, you have a good skill. You are doing this, you are doing that. How can I use the little training I do as an SME? You could become a personal trainer from that when you do or learn a few things about it. Maybe you like gardening. What can I do out of the gardening I do as a hobby? These are the things that should inspire you. It can be your experience. Maybe you work as an accountant. Now you know that SMEs don't keep good records. Then you can start having a side job as an accountant, working part-time for some of the SMEs. You need to approach them, talk to them. I have this expertise. In case you need someone to look at your books, you can call on me. I'm not going to charge you anything huge. You can sort it out. It can be your location. It can be your location. I have a car. I leave home around this time. I've seen that Papa Kwesi and the wife, they struggle with their kids taking them to school. But that is where I go. There's this idea of Uber. Oh, can I then start doing something like dropping their kids for them for a fee? Is already on my way to the office. These are some of the things you should look at. And you see, when you start doing it, then you learn from it. It was only you. You practicalize it. You learn from it, then you know, okay, if I put a lot of effort in this, if I put a lot of resources in this, it's going to be something big. Get inspiration. It can be out of deficiency. They don't have. What should I do? The area I am the only one that has a drilled mechanized borehole. The rest, they find it difficult to get water. What can I do? Planning will tell you that if you sink one borehole, you are able to feed 300 households. But here we are in Ghana. I built my house. I sink the borehole only for myself. My next door neighbor do the same. The guy next door do the same. The lady next door do the same. But we could have come together, sunk one, connected it to our home, perhaps bought a bigger, more powerful pump to serve us, and save some money. Now, if people around me are telling that, can I do that as a commercial venture whereby I supply water to people's homes and take money? There was a classical example of this in Wenty. I was in Wenty and I realized a guy had a bigger space that he had some reservoirs that he had water in there, heated water that he was supplying to people's homes. So he laid pipes to the home and they pay a fee, I think, every month to him. It can be out of abundance, like you said. Now, a couple of months back, tomatoes were very expensive. Now they are in season. Yam is also, people don't know what to do with them. Then it can inspire you. What can I do about this? What product can I create from these yams, from tomatoes that they can store? And when it's in the main season, I can sell. These are the ways we get inspiration from. You can get inspiration from nature, like the East Gate building, as you can see, which the engineer took inspiration from how termites cool their house, like the termite hill, how they have constant temperature in there, and realize that there are three things you can modify in living spaces, human living spaces, apartment buildings or office towers, that you can control the temperature. And in so doing, using this technology, you cut energy consumption by 90%. Nature can inspire you. It can have a dream. It can tell you how to act. It can tell you how to proceed. Just look at it. These are some of the ways you get inspired. Where to focus. These are pictures I took. The green, the one with the green is a flower that is made from potatoes. And then this is cocoa. But look at the box. They are of the same size, the same height. See how the seal is done. One has an adhesive that seals the top. That is the cocoa. The other one is just an elongation of the paper that they fold back. Then they close it. So it's in the same way you can also adopt and adapt. You see that these people are doing the things this way, or this is the way that people deliver food. How can I make it better? What can I add to it to make it different? It can be a process that you can modify to get your organization or your entity working. So you adopt and adapt to your situation to make it different. Where else can we get inspiration from? It could be from all the noises. It can inspire you. I like entertainment. It's my hobby. But of all the noises in the entertainment, what can I create out of it? That should inspire you. It can be in the matter of the quality, where there's stillness, where it's uncharted, nobody has been there. Then you go in there and blaze the trail. I could see this is a great area. Nobody is thinking about it. Nobody is doing this. Let me just go in there. Let me start something. I know if I do this, people will like it. Then you start with it. That is a bit of inspiration, the bit of entrepreneurship you bring into SME. Could it be for social good? Look at these guys we've lined up there. Kesben, our own Kesben. Talk about Guinea. Now, Kesben's example is there because Italy was importing used home appliance. Then he was retailing or wholesaling to other guys. Then the guys made money and they wanted to go abroad and, buy the things themselves. Then he said, okay, I am not going to prevent you. But I already have the experience of shipping the things down. So if you buy them and you wait, I can ship them down for you at a fee. And they oblige. Okay, that is even going to help us. It's a social good. The story of Guinness, as I learned, is that they were brewing their beer, and one day the brewing went bad. So, as you say, it got banned. But then when people came in and they became happy about it, then they told them that could you make more of this for us? So the thing that they thought were wet turned out to be good. They could cash in on that. You could do it as a social good. Just like Facebook started. They didn't come advertising to you to do this. They set up their platform. You can log on for free, create your profile, link up with your family, link up with your friends. You don't pay a penny. But see, now they made a lot of money. They made it free. But you also gave them a lot of data for free. It's the same with most of the social media and online applications. So they look at your interest, they look at your data, and they sell advertisements to you. That is how they make their money. But then they gave it to you for free. You could also do the same thing. You can start something and on a smaller scale, make it free. Then ask people, buy into it. Ask people get used to it. You start making money out of it. But how do you do this? How do you do this? Where do you look? How do you get support? You don't do all this without having the funds. If you need an equipment, there will be money. If you need anything that will help you, you will need the money. Could you self-fund it? Yes, you can. You can do self-funding. And by self-funding, perhaps you have your brilliant idea, but then you need some money, which you don't have. And your organization, even if you register it, it doesn't have the financial history for any institution to grant you credit. So what do? You can pick up a job. That job you take, mind you, it's going to take much of your time. So you can't concentrate on your own organization or your SME. But then it's going to give you the funding. It's going to give you the money to fund your SME. So you can do it either as a part-time whereby you get the money or your salary you can use for upkeep and for capitalization of your SME. And as you work and accumulate some years, and then you have a good rapport with your bank, you can use that to contract loan to fund your SME. There are lots of people that have done that. Then when they are better off, when their SME is grown, when it gives them, it empowers them, then they win themselves off the job they do. They quit the job and concentrate on their organization. You can also do that. You can also consult bilateral and multilateral organizations. Some of them have credit facilities that they grant, but then you will need to get the basics right. And by getting the basics right, it cuts across. Even if you are not going to talk to bilateral organizations or any organization for credit, please try to register your idea, register your organization. It could be a catchphrase that you use to sell your goods or whatever. If you don't get it registered, somebody who has much more financial muscle and influence can use it, register it, and keep you out. How are you going to fight it? You can't fight it because it's not registered. So get the basics right. And by that registration, you can also go ahead to access some bilateral or multilateral credit. And by this, I mean something like Danida or any of the aid agencies, African Development Bank. It could be any of those. You need to know around. Do they have this facility to help or to assist or fund SME? Well, Google is our friend, all of us. So you can check. The idea I have, does it fit into any funding scheme? You can also do partnerships. You have your idea. You trust your friend. You trust your lover. Just start with the person. This is the idea I'm having. Let's shape it. And then be co-funded. And by co-funding, you can be a co-owner, whereby you all dedicate time to run it, or you become an investor. Then you get the paperwork also before there's any element of cheating or before any element of cheating testing. Partnership is also a good way to fund your SME. You can also talk to private entities, the bank or other financial institutions, especially if you are well documented and all that. You can dwell on the state and the state of public support. The state oftentimes also have some support for SME. You later get to know how some of these agencies are. Where to look? We are continuing. Where do you get support? You have the idea, but like we said, or like we realized, that SMEs lack managerial skills. Maybe you are not likely to be like our convener is, or some people are who have some business background, and you are like me. Maybe you will need to talk to somebody with business expertise to give you some training. Even if the person will charge you, try and assess it. It will go a long way to help. You can seek expert advice. So, what are some of the sources of these credit to SMEs in Ghana? We have financial institutions like all the major banks, rural banks, community banks, and non-bank financial institutions out for. Like you mentioned also, we have donor or government credit schemes, like the GRATIS and the MBSSI. We have donor assisted SME loans, and those are granted by these organizations like IFAD, Danida, as I mentioned, SIDA, SAO, USAID. Go to their webpage, search for SME support. Perhaps you have something that you can you can draft a document and send to them. But if you want to assess from these guys. Try as much as possible to get a professional advice. There are also informal financial NGOs like or credit unions like the SNAP, the Abbas Trust, Care International, and all that. Government also has things like MACLOC and EDIS and all that. Most times, with the ideas we have, the SMEs we are running, they qualify for some of these things, but we don't know. And at times, it's also not our fault. Perhaps the powers that exist or the institutions, especially the public ones, are not broadcasting this support to a lot of people. Now you know, you can look around, you can look around and see if you can get some of the funding or if your SME or your entity fits in any of these things, then you can also assess and grow. When you get all this, what do? You do that and you come out with, nice product, nice service. How do you reach out to your customers? How do people get to know you? Then this is where the new normal comes in. This is where you employ the power of the new normal. Previously, like it gets difficult to have the need to go from town to town, house to house, speaking to a lot of people and all that. Now you have social media. You can even buy adverts on social media, and then you can make it. You can tailor make it. This service I want it to be run to Ghanaians or within Ghana and all those demarcations. You can set it in, and then like you view or stream things on videos on social media, YouTube, and they sell adverts to you. Yours can also be sold to others. Use social media to promote your SME, to advertise your SME, not just to go and laugh, not just to go and entertain yourself, not just to go and show off. Yes, it's good to show your nice shoes, it's good to show your nice face, it's good to show your nice belt and what. But if you want to dwell in the arena of SME, also try to use these social media to work for you, to promote your goods or your services, to promote your SME. You can also, if you can afford, you can also use the traditional media, radio stations. They have jingles, they have, I don't know what they call it, but while they are reading the news, they are doing their shows, they say these people supported or sponsored this program. Then they mention your name or your SME name and all that. You also need to sacrifice. You need to do a lot of sacrifice. It's not just your resources that you sacrifice. You also sacrifice your time. I've been saying that if you decide to do your own thing, if you decide to go the SME, you sacrifice your time. So those that told us that burning the midnight candle was for writing and passing exams at the school. No, I don't think it's true. They did that and they said it. Because if you want to run your business, be it now a beginner or be it a running business, you can't just be sleeping anyhow. You need to sacrifice a lot of your time. You need to forgo a lot of your leisure in order to make your idea, your dream, and your SME successful. You also need to give credit, especially those that are starting afresh. Your goods need to, like, you will do a lot of pro bono. If it's a service, you do it for free to a lot of people. Then they realize, man, that is good, the living is good, you can do it. So next time you can charge. And please, as you try to do all this, you need to have a Ghanaian tax. You should have a Ghanaian tax. And by Ghanaian tax, I mean we all want our economy to grow. If I have money, I can buy what you have, what you put up, what your SME has put up. If you have money, you can also access or patronize the service I am doing. But if what you are selling doesn't have any element of Ghana in it, then it means you are aggregating the money from your fellow citizens and sending it outside of the country. Try to add a Ghanaian tax. It can be the service that you are running alongside your product. Then you get some element of Ghana into it. There's some element of your country into it. I've been telling people I take a lot of cocoa. If you ask me if I take coffee, frankly, I don't take coffee. My system cannot handle it. But I drink a lot of cocoa here in Sweden, wherever. Because I tell people my grandfather is a cocoa farmer. I have to drink the cocoa so that his cocoa will get food or will get food. And people laugh. To them it's funny, but it's a conscious effort I'm also taking. So please, let's do that. Let's whatever you can about what you are doing that can incorporate a bit of a resource from Ghana into it. Do it. So that the guy next door producing that resource also have money and in turn come and buy your or come and access your service. Very well. Okay. So as we draw down the curtain on this, knowing what SMEs are, what startups are, and talking about all the problems they go through and the associated new normal, we come here to setting. And at this point, as we did with the expectations, we would like you to also write to us whether your expectations about the webinar was met. You can just do yes. You can just write yes, it was met. No, it wasn't met. Then we all learn from it. And after going through the program, is it like you would like to set up an SME? Tell us yes. I didn't have the edge, but now I'll try and set something up. No, I still think I'm not made for it. And what SME would you like to set up? It will be highly welcome if you can tell us that. As I was introduced, I am Clement and I run Clement Consult. I have some people that I work with and I do consulting, sustainability, project management, entrepreneurship, development planning. If you are running a family-owned business and you want it to, be sustainable, you can talk to us. If you want to run a research or do a research, it could be academic or market research or whatever, you can also talk to us. And you can find our information there. Our email address is there, and the WhatsApp, the number there is for WhatsApp. You can reach us anytime, any day. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, convener, for the honor.
Wow. Thank you so much, Clement. I think this has been very, very insightful. Okay, so as Tony rightly said, your questions are welcome. So please, you can go ahead, raise up your hand, and then we'll call you to ask if you have any question or if you have any contribution. You're welcome. Okay, so starting with Collins Appel. Please go ahead. Hello, Collins. It seems Collins is okay. So Roxanne, you can go ahead with your question.
Yes, thank you very much for such a wonderful program. I think Mr. Clement has really, taught us so many things. My question is, if you are starting an NGO, can you describe that as a startup, an NGO?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Let's take 2 more questions and then Clement will answer them. Then we come for the second batch of questions. So who else? Yeah. Or Clement, maybe you can yeah, tackle the question and then we'll come back.
Thank you, Robson. I think mostly SMEs and startups are for profit. And as we all know, NGOs are mostly non-profit. So I think in that case, then we may not be able to classify NGOs as such. And more so, it's even more difficult classifying them as startups because of the peculiar nature of startups, their characteristics like you listed above. Thank you, Rocky. But it doesn't mean you cannot proceed. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. No. There are things that you can do, and if you are not doing it for profit, why not? It will still work. And not doing something for profit doesn't mean you don't earn a living out of it. No.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other question? Or contribution?
Contributions will also be very welcome.
Yeah.
Cordelia, somebody was also suggesting they introduce their businesses. I think Tony was saying to allow people to introduce their businesses.
Okay. All right, so Tony. Hello, Tony.
Yeah, hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe those who couldn't have the opportunity to introduce their business can do so now within the next 10 minutes, and then we can wrap up.
Hello, everyone. So like we started earlier, we are giving the opportunity to each and every one of us that have businesses running to introduce ourselves, the businesses and the services that we offer. Perhaps you might get somebody who is part of this training session that would want to partner, would want to invest in your business, or probably patronize the services that you offer. And since this session is being recorded and it will be uploaded to social media platforms, anyone that gets to listen to it later could also get access to your information and then contact you. So in the next few minutes, we are giving out the opportunity. Anyone who couldn't introduce his or her business earlier should kindly show by hands at the comment section, and then we'll give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, your business, and what you got to offer us. Anyone ready to do an introduction for us? Yes. Okay, then can we go ahead, please? Okay, Roxanne, I can see your hands up.
Yes. I wanted to find, I don't know if it has been said already, but I wanted to find out if the slides can be shared, because some of the points I couldn't write them down very well.
Okay, Roxanne. The slide will be shared on the WhatsApp page. I'm sure you're on the WhatsApp page, right?
Yes, I'm on it.
Okay. So yeah, we are going to share the slide after the presentation. Then the recorded version will also be available on all our social media platforms, Brics Africa Consulting. So you can get them.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Are you a business owner? Hello, Roxanne.
Yes, sir.
Are you a business owner?
Am I what?
Do you have a business you are running on your own?
Yes.
Okay, so in the next 30 seconds, just tell us about your business and then what you offer and how we can get in touch with you. Someone wants to probably do business with you.
Okay, let me start from here. I work with transport and mining company as a manager there, and I've just started an NGO. That was why I asked a question about an NGO, and it just started. It is in the initial stages. We are looking at some of the Millennium Development Goals, and then we tackle the hunger one, and then we are trying to come out with a proposal to get some funding in order to help in achieving that particular goal. So far, that is what I do.
All right, then.
Mining and transport, and at the same time, an NGO work.
Number. How do we get in touch with you? Someone wants to contact you, probably partner with you.
I think that I'll rather look at the NGO aspect very well, because that one has to do with a lot of proposal writing. I'm in touch with Star Ghana and other funding agencies, and sometimes there are requirements. You need a lot of expertise in order to get a winning proposal. So maybe I'll get in touch more. I'll send you some of the work I've done so that you can add some finished touches to it, or you can help me to get a winnable proposal so that I can get funding for some of the projects that I'm embarking on.
Okay, so kindly mention your number so that anyone who wants to contact you after this training session can call you.
Oh, my number is 02082791152. 02082791152. But I'm into small scale mining. That is my primary business. I've been in the business for more than a decade. So I'm a serious miner. So yes, not like Galamsey one, please. This one is small scale mining. We have license. We are also into haulage. We have cars that we went to mining companies and other construction institutions. So basically, that's what I do.
Okay. We can see some other hands up, so let's give them the opportunity to.
Hello.
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 Yeah.
I'm also going to ask you with regard to the proposal writing and the speaking part. You are also in instance. We can collaborate and help. You've done a lot of that.
Okay.
You have you think through proposals that are currently run places like Kenya, Zambia, and the rest. And you've worked in, like you said, food security in Ghana. So Don't worry, you can keep in touch. You will find a way out.
All right. Thank you, Senior.
This question,
All right. Thank you, Senior. Very grateful, Senior.
Hello.
Yeah, is it Roxanne?
Hello.
Yeah, it's Collins.
Collins. Okay, Collins.
Yeah.
Can we hear?
Yes. This one is a question,
Okay.
and it's about along the line. Mr. Clement was saying that you should volunteer in helping others, but here in our community or like in our society, sometimes when you want to help others, try to volunteer that you're doing it for maybe for position and that stuff. They always try to, you know, pull you down, discourage you. Such things happen. What should you do? I want to give more. I want to know more inside about this, so that maybe because to me, I like organizing youth coming together, helping ourselves and that stuff. But these are the things that's always discouraging me. So I would like to know more about it.
I will say that that is not common. You'll find it everywhere. And what you should ask yourself is, what do I want to achieve? If your goal is to help your community, go ahead and do it, irrespective of what people will say, irrespective of what your detractors will throw at you. You need to have focus.
What telephone number? Yeah.
You are working towards.
Okay, we have a
to do that. Also,
message
at you. You can
charge a month.
You can close your ears to it. Don't listen. It's what I'm doing. Is it helping the community? Is it helping people? Please go ahead, push for it, do it. But at times, some of these distractions, what it helps us is that then it helps you to sit up and realign yourself. It helps you to grow. Because some of the comments they will be passing, perhaps somebody that is true or an out follower of yours might not have seen it. Has will not be bold. Okay, that's the opposite. Better put your detractor can say it, you sit down, reflect on it, and see, maybe I need to change this way. Maybe I need to act this different from how I used to act. Then you push towards your goal. Don't let people and stop what you're doing. If it's yielding positive results, if it's bringing fulfillment to you, please push.
Okay. As I'm speaking now, we have an association, a student union in our community. We are helping students to, especially final year students, BC, those who will be taking their BC. We are organizing more for them and then doing a lot of activities in our community. So I'll be more appreciative if we help us to get more research and stuff that we can use to educate our community, especially the students.
Very well. I guess everybody on board here. I guess your number is also shared with the group.
Yeah, my name is there, and my number is 0245026263.
Great. You are providing a social good as I see. So if people are also interested in more or less philanthropy or helping,
Sure,
then they can reach out to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, then I can see another hands up. Amaji. I don't know if I got the name right. Kindly come in, then we.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
good
sir.
afternoon.
Yeah, I'm in Votology. I research into herbs, natural herbs to produce cosmetic products and personal products and health. I'm having a shampoo that can do hair, repair hair, and if they have any issue concerning hair, solve it for you. I have a hair cream, that's a hair treatment, does bad hair, it does a beard growth. It also does a lot of things in the hair. If you have bad hair, beard growth, women who have issues with their hair, dandruff and co. Even if you have women, the cream does that thing as well. And you have the shower gel. The shower gel also does the stretch mark, pimples, aching and co. And you have hair oil, also does the hair, does the bad hair and other stuffs. And you have the bleach. So the bleach too, we have a scented one as well, registered by Food and Advisory. Then I research into once again to come out with capsule. The capsule now it does one. I have two capsules. One does the manage blood cholesterol. It helps the flow of blood. If you have pain in your body, if you are not sleeping well, it also helps that. Another capsule also does premature ejaculation. It also helps men. If you are weak, it helps you treat you, not only help you to ejaculate, but treat you as well. If you have pile and all those stuffs, the capsule also does that one as well. And my company name is Twinkle Green Global Solutions Limited. So that is what I do currently.
Okay, your phone number, please.
020 750 8851. 020 750 8851.
Very well. Right. Mr. Alex, a great job at your end to come up. But I'll prick your mind on a few things. You've registered your company, I presume.
Yes, I registered it.
Great. And you've gotten all the accreditation you need for your product.
I've gotten for the shampoo, shower gel, the hair glove, but I just
okay.
And the cream for I do another cream that does stretch my pimples and aching too as well. So those are what I just finished currently, and they've tried it and it's good. So I'm now going through the tests as well.
Very well. Then you are on course. You're on the right path. Please quit for the rest and get it.
And then, but the major challenge I am having now is I just want market. So I'm trying to see how else I can expand the market. So I need partners, support people who can help to expand the market.
Okay.
And they are all herbal based as well.
Okay. So as I understand, you are looking for partnerships and all that. Anybody
yes, partnership
that has been pocket or that can access some funding to partner him and who are also interested in that cream, then you contact. I thought you put his number on, right?
Yes, my number is there. I just got my number.
Good.
All right then. I don't think we have any more questions, and no other introductions to do. So, Frederick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I think so we can end the meeting here. We'll come back to you next 2 weeks with another exciting topic. So please be expectant. And if you need any help with your business, any aspect of your business, just link up to us and we will be able to help you. Thank you so much and have a fruitful day.